I would say the difference between men is if you're unable to control your emotion, you end up in jail or killed.
Right.
So you have to be able to control it in a way that they don't. Women gets upset, people just write it off, you know. But if a guy like Trey six something, go all emotional, all angry, they can lock him up. They will come in, you know what I'm saying?
Y'all having date nights and looking cute instead of having date nights to communicate and get to know each other.
Because if you don't know the core of the person, you might get blindsided later on down the line. Be like, yo, why you switch up on me? Like, why you do this or why you do that? Well, maybe you just ain't asking enough questions in the beginning.
It's effective communication and trust. And once one is affected, the other gets affected.
Let's go!
What's up, guys? It's FMF Podcast. We're back in the building with a special guest, my man Jason. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
How y'all doing? Jason, happy to be here. Happy you guys to let me, step in on the podcast with them for a day.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Absolutely,
We gotta see what you're thinking. We gotta see what's going on in the community right now.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta represent. First off, like, he ain't introduced you right because we go to the same barber. So you don't understand how serious it is for a man to have a barber. Because usually we don't change barbers.
Yeah.
So we have the same barber. Oh yeah, we connected. We already there.
Look, y'all. They recognize they had the same barber from their cut.
Exactly. That's like crazy. First he said, "You want to say barber?" It's crazy. So I gotta see what he's talking
Shout
about.
out to their barber, yo.
Yeah, man. It's our boy.
We gonna record in their barbershop one day.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, it's
Speak
okay,
into
so-
existence.
We just waiting on. We just trying to see the setup because we're still working on this stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when we get it right, we gonna be in there.
That's what's up. So, what I want to bring to discussion, guys, is this is one of the things that men don't talk about, but they look for other men to be able to talk to in this particular area. How do we communicate in relationships? Communication in relationships,
It's key.
it's key.
Yeah.
It is key because without effective communication, neither player knows their position. Nobody knows exactly what y'all working towards, what y'all goal is, what's happening, what's going on, what you were supposed to do today, what I was supposed to do. If the communication ain't there, then the whole system is shut down.
Yeah.
Because I've been with my woman for about 15 years now. So I've been with her for the longest, longer than most relationships. We're married now, and people always ask me what makes us stay together. What makes relationships last long? And they always think it's love, and I tell them it's not the love that makes us stay. It makes us work. It's two things. It's effective communication and trust. And once one is affected, the other gets affected. You're not gonna build nothing with somebody you don't trust. And you can't trust somebody who you can't communicate with. So let's discuss.
Good. That was awesome.
I like that. That was
awesome. That was awesome.
From the married man. That's why he's still married right now. I like it.
You know what I'm saying?
That was really good.
Yeah.
You had me started that thing. I gotta join birds together. For y'all go first. Good.
No, so you saying, I guess our thoughts around communication.
Communication. Yeah.
Tracy pretty much said it all. I know, as I said before, my marriage wasn't, I ain't gonna say it wasn't successful. We divorced.
Yeah.
It was successful in me learning and growing from it. But the communication was like the biggest issue we had. And I think that's an important thing when you're looking for somebody, to find somebody that matches, I guess, your communication style.
Yeah.
And or y'all can learn each other's style, because like I'm more of a, you gotta tell me what to do.
Yeah.
If you don't tell me what to do, I'm just gonna do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? and I'm going to ask you. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask you. And so my communication style is like, I'm going to ask questions because I want to know what to do. I want to know what do you need help with at this time? How can I help with this? Or where you need to go? What time you need to be there? Yeah. I gotta know all those types of things. And then also, most importantly, I ask questions because I want to know the person that I'm dealing with.
Yes.
Part of communication, I think, is, asking questions and
shine. Get your shine on.
Get your shine on, shout it.
Yeah. So, hey, I put this on. I put it on everywhere. Booty cheeks, kneecaps, underarms. I got the vanilla right here. Usually, I got the lavender ones. It helped me sleep good. 'Cause I be sleeping like this, and I can smell it off my hands. I'm trying to tell you, feeling good. Y'all better rock with this.
Right.
It's that vanilla. Yeah.
Listen, man, we ain't being ashy no more. Hygiene. Yeah. Hygiene is important. You need to get your shine. It's hydrating. It's light. It lasts all day. You don't got to use a lot, and it's good from face to foot.
Historically, I don't really use lotion or nothing like that because I'm like in a hybrid, light skin, in between dark skin motherfuckers. Coming back from vacation, I'm a little sunburnt, so I needed something to get my skin back right because I'm feeling like a reptile right now. So I'm gonna get this baby going on when I get home.
Oh, and look, you gotta shine on, everybody. Look, I got like 4 cases. I got a bunch of cases. And I got the big jar too. That's old school. Y'all don't even know about that. He don't even got those no more. But look, I'm telling y'all, this shine is amazing. Help with eczema, clear your skin up, all of that great stuff. So you don't want to miss out on this shine, man. Make sure y'all go get y'all a bottle of this.
All natural ingredients.
Absolutely.
Yep. Where they can find it?
So you can find this at shinecareproducts.com. Let them know that we sent you. Use the code FMF20, get you a discount.
Got to.
And getting a certain level of understanding of, the core of the person.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know the core of the person, you might get blindsided later on down the line. Be like, yo, why you switch up on me? Like, why you do this or why you do that? Well, maybe you just ain't asking enough questions in the beginning and really get to know that person. Because most of the time, people stay the same.
So you just didn't see it.
You just didn't see it. And I heard, like, after the age of 7, I think you only learn through you only change really through traumatic events. You know what I'm saying? Only like, lose somebody, death, a breakup, stuff like that. Divorces, all of those types of things are the things that actually changes a person. Yeah, exactly. And it can mold you for the good or the bad, but just learning how to communicate and get on the same wavelength with your person. And for me, I do that through asking questions. I just love asking questions and learning about people, and that's what and that's not even just relationship. That's in business.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? In business, your friendships and all of that. You want to know who are you dealing with.
All of those are relationships.
Exactly.
So it's good that, like I said, we having this discussion because what I'm hearing from that is be upfront with me. So take heed to this, every viewer, man and woman. Nobody can read your mind.
Nope.
No matter how long you've been with a person, no matter how well you know someone, you still need to clarify and you need to ask the question. Like, don't just go off of assumptions because you could be working and building a whole platform for somebody who don't even want that, and then you get upset after you put all that work in for somebody else, somebody else supposed to want, and they don't appreciate it the way that you think they should. So, miscommunication. Most mishaps stem from miscommunication.
And
Very true.
Oh, and I just want to add 2 more things on top of that. If you ask somebody a question and they answer it, and then they show you with their actions, believe them. You know what I'm saying? I go more off of actions than what somebody really tell me too. Because anybody can tell you anything, but their actions is going to show you otherwise. I forgot what the second point was, so we're going to go ahead and keep everything moving.
Yes, sir.
That's a good segue into what I was thinking, because I was like, most communication is nonverbal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with that said, we can't just simply rely on the fact that somebody's going to tell us what is wrong. Though I understand, we're dealing mostly with adults. We have to understand that. So, for example, like my brother here that does fitness, somebody could be doing an exercise and they could be experiencing discomfort. Him being a trainer would need to be observant of that and say, are you all right about that? Is that how does that feel? But it's from him seeing the nonverbal from a person's face or the way they cringe or whatever to be able to ask the question. So yes, it is important to speak, but it's also important to observe. Like you can't just simply say, tell me everything.
Okay. And to piggyback off of that, it's okay to say, yo, I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If something's wrong and somebody asks you how to feel, yo, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What are you going through? Yo, I don't know right now. I need to just take some time to figure it out. So sometimes you don't got to have an answer for everything all the time.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. I mean, it is the key to all relationships, and I love it because I go by the phrase a married couple had told me this. Even though I'm not married, I still listen to married people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Older couple told me that the problem with most relationships nowadays are men get in relationships hoping that their women don't change, and women sometimes get in relationships hoping they can change a man. So with that breaking it, and I sat down and I was like, yeah.
Who you talking to?
It's like, it's
bring that in.
So I look at both sides. I'm looking at the dating culture. I'm seeing the communication is horrible. And I watch it all day, every day. You can see a man that's some of the famous guys, or even some regular guys. They'll have 5 baby mamas, and women will still flock to this man. Not just because he'll tell you in your face, like, I'm gonna do better, but like he said with actions, you can tell he don't really care. He just doing what he had to do. And the main thing you'll hear a woman say is, he different from me, I can change him. You can't change that. You're trying to change that man. And for dudes, they trying to give it this woman, and they think that they're gonna be this maybe perky, uplifting, maybe 21 style girl, and women are going to change. And they try to change them out and try to think they have to get a different woman, or they don't like to see the progression of the woman because eventually her body's going to change, and we're visual people. And men think that they're going to stay with this hot thing forever or something like that. And before y'all was together, she ain't do dishes. Most likely she ain't going to do dishes after. So it's like you try to get her to change.
She ain't gonna cook out.
Exactly. So you try to change her in that way instead of people asking the questions at the beginning of what they really are and what they want to be. Y'all don't ask those questions. I mean, do you want to have the kids, or do you do not want to have kids? If you have kids, do you want to go to private school? Do you want to do that? Yes. What is your credit like? How you want your credit to be?
What are
we
you
want to do something like that? Because some people getting, what's the number one thing as far as not just communication, but people get divorced because of money and finances. You come to some men, honestly, some men want to be this entrepreneur, or they want to get a whole bunch of money. They want to have a $1 billion house, and they want to have that. But I'm okay with the blue collar. Let's say the blue collar guy. He's fine with his 9 to 5. He's fine with his $200,000 house. It's probably not even big, maybe 1 bathroom, and that's where he is comfortable at. You can't change him. He doesn't care about a Bentley. He likes his F-150, and it's probably a 96, and he drive that junk till the wheels fall off. You can't tell him nothing.
Yeah.
He likes that. It may come that woman, because most women, not all, most women want to be able to, I want to be like the Jonas. I want to have this, and I want to have that, and I want to buy this, and I want to buy that. For the most part, they want to look a certain way, and they want this. But sometimes men don't want to be that way, and this can happen for vice versa.
Yeah.
So you don't get to see what their plan is. Maybe they don't want to live this way. You want to live that way. People not asking those questions. Then when they get to 10, 15 years, one person be like, I wanted to be here in my life. I want to be there. And I didn't know that. Like, I didn't know you wanted to have that kind of place. And then they break it off because of some kind of finances. It all comes down to that communication. You got to ask these questions while y'all date. Not just that they want to have sex and do all this crazy stuff and buy Jordans. Talk about the real stuff, man. Hey, talk about Jordans? I'm just saying. Hey, y'all having too many. Y'all having date nights and looking cute instead of having date nights to communicate and get to know each other. That's what you gotta know, man.
Yeah.
You gotta know the person that you with, like they said. That's what I'm saying with relationships now. They breaking up that communication and not knowing who they laying next to other than just for sex.
Wow.
And it's going. We're gonna fold that into another topic, but that communication for the guys is is a strong factor in leadership. So a lot of times guys have an ideology of what this is going to be, and you get a misconception of leadership where you become a dictator because man is the head and you're gonna run your household. Okay, but remember that woman is value counsel. You remember that she is a part of that household and a part of that plan. So if you just like, this is what we gonna do and that's it, and didn't take her into consideration, you can't be surprised when she wanna bounce or she doesn't play along to what your vision is because you didn't communicate it. It can get deep, bro.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you can't be 100% dictator. You gotta have value counsel. You gotta have that on your side. You can't just 100% dictator. Even though I reign on dictatorship. I'm a dictator, but I'm like a mixed with it. I'm a dictator. The end is mine, but I like to hear it in.
He a kind-hearted dictator.
Yeah, I hear it. I throw it in there.
Yeah.
I'm not a benevolent. There you go. I'm not a benevolent one. I'm a dictator, but not overly. So I hear it because sometimes the guys, I did. Like, baby, I saw that. You could do that next time with it. I'm like, oh, there you right? Oh, Dad can move it right. Oh, thank baby. Damn, I appreciate it. I ain't see that, John. Tell us, but I want to hear that shit. Okay, I'm do it this way. That's when you're going to lose. I mean, you got to hear it in. Dang.
So I got a question for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Have y'all noticed, what's the biggest, I guess, challenge y'all notice when y'all try to communicate with the woman? Like, what do you feel like the barrier is for y'all? And I can go ahead and speak for myself. I had to learn how to talk emotionally, to them. They move more so off emotion than just
more logic.
Than just like, just give it to them straight.
Yeah.
You gotta I learned that I've got better results, better conversations and everything. And I really learned from my daughter.
Yeah.
Like talking to my daughter.
Most
and everything.
guys do.
And so, they see because that's just my normal nature, but I'm working on being softer and gentler with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, don't do that. Tell her, Jay, come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, just learn how to talk more with that emotion because what's the saying? Like, you draw more bees with honey or something like that.
Yeah.
I learned that like when I started talking more, I guess in an emotional manner. The conversation flowed better, and then I could kind of get more to the root of certain problems or issues that might have been happening in my relationship, or even with my mom and everything like that. Like with men, you kind of go like, yo, man, this, and then they be like, this, and be like, okay, all right, cool. Well, women's like, yo, baby, and you know what? Like, yo, that made me feel this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, I didn't like when you did that because it made me feel this.
And then
they kind of be like, oh, really? Because they don't want you to hurt. You know what I'm saying? If they really rocking
that's
with
what I was about to say.
They don't want you to hurt. So when you start talking from an emotional standpoint and like, and I ain't saying like be extra soft or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but just like, yo, hey baby, like, yo, I felt disrespected when you did that to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
tell them that. They're like,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I didn't know that. It's that saying like, yo, why'd you do that? I'll just be like, yo, I felt disrespected when you did this. So you said that. Then it's like it opened up the conversation. So for me, I had to learn how to, I guess, tap into the emotional speaking part of myself to get the results I was looking for.
What I truly learned is,
Oh, you still here? You ain't subscribed yet? Hit that button, my man. Hit that button and subscribe.
your woman is a reflection of you. So if you come at her all strong, and more than likely she's gonna respond all strong, and you ain't gonna like it. That masculine meets masculine, it's gonna be like, like nah,
explosion.
Yeah, hit the wall. Like, so yeah. But what I'm gonna tell you guys to do is, build your emotional intelligence. Don't run away from your emotions. I know you heard me say it plenty of times. I'm gonna say it again. A strong man is one who is in control of his emotions, not one who acts as if he doesn't have any. And being in control of your emotions, you acknowledge emotion. Now you know how to bob and weave emotion. It's almost like emotional gymnastics. Because for us, we are straight line. Like we can see the problem and know what the solution is and how to get there, but we can't explain it logically to an emotional person if they're all the way in their emotional. Because females, they are more in tune with their emotional side, so it does come out, more so emotional on their end. But they're logical beings too, like just make sense.
I gotta argue with that then.
Yeah.
So, would you say you made sense when it came to men have emotions, but we know how to control them, right? So, would it be safe to say that women have emotions, but they can't control them?
It would be safe to say that if you ask me, they got to put more practice in that area because I think they have more emotions. There's more going on, and they have their internal, like their thyroids and stuff, like the science behind it. They have more hormones towards the emotional side.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So for us, it's easy for us to stay grounded and look like, okay, this is it. You know what I mean? Like straight tunnel vision.
Well, I say this instance. Let's say something real crazy would happen. Like a lion just jumped through here just real quick.
Mm-hmm.
We'll all automatically, without somebody lying, automatically our first instance is probably like, I'm scared. Oh, shit. But then automatically, as soon as I feel that fear, I automatically jump into I can't be scared. So that would happen with a lot of instances. Maybe a dude would come in with your girl, you try to fight. And instantly you might be like, oh shit, I might get knocked really quick. Or like, oh shit, I'm scared a little bit. But then a split second you'll be like, no, I gotta be a man.
Yeah.
So it could be the same way. We know how to control that emotion. So we maybe get the same amount of emotion, but we know how to assess it faster and know what to do quickly, and they are not as fast.
I would say the difference between men is if you're unable to control your emotions, you end up in jail or killed.
Right.
So you have to be able to control it in a way that they don't. Women gets upset, people just write it off, But if a guy like Trey, 6-something, go all emotion, all angry, they can lock him up. They'll go, you know what I mean?
So why do you think we have So why do they put so much pressure on men to be so responsible, but they don't give enough responsibility to women to stay in control?
Because we are the leaders.
I think in today's world, they should, because they have. You're not under the covering of a man like you would be traditionally, right? So since you're out here on your own, you should have the responsibility of having that control over.
That was perfect. That's good. I couldn't go back and forth with that one. That was good. That was good.
I think even if you, whether you're in a relationship or not, both parties need to be in control of their
emotional intelligence.
But it wasn't. But I don't think they had as much as This is the first time ever in America or anywhere, not even just America, anywhere that women have this much freedom to do what they want. So in his argument, I understand that because when it was more traditional and they didn't have as many laws, speak out as much as they used to, it was more of a range. They had to keep their emotions together, or they might get bucked up, or they might get yelled at, or they may get something else from somewhere else. Now they could just scream at. He could be all of 6-something,
right?
And big as he is, he can probably knock the average dude the fuck out. But somehow a 4'3" woman with all the mouth can stand in this lobby right here and say, You ain't shit, and nobody will do nothing.
No.
I'll call the police.
I know that's right.
You call authority. But in an average,
because I can't do nothing to you. So
very true.
Look,
but still, what's the chance of her getting in trouble?
I think that's part of the issue is we got so much pride that we be like, oh no, I ain't gonna do this or I ain't gonna do that.
Honestly, I don't think it's all the way pride.
I think it is.
Even if we had the pride or got away from the pride and actually said something, it wouldn't be in much repercussions of what we would do. So,
I agree with that part, but I think because we think that we let a lot of stuff slide,
we do,
and we just like I know it's plenty of guys out here that's getting abused at home by their women. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they ain't doing nothing. They just sitting there taking it. And I'm like, bro, you don't gotta stay there and take it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you to put your hands on her,
Right?
but yo, you got you got you what they say, you special too. You know what I'm saying? You a person, you a human being.
Yeah.
You don't deserve to get treated like that. But I think sometimes us as men, and I don't know society standpoint or just from growing up, certain people, they just feel like they gotta take certain types of abuse, and that's not right, man. All us fellas, man, we deserve to have the best in the life that we want to have. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so now what you gotta do is you just gotta guide yourself accordingly to like what you want, pretty much.
Not to go too far off of communication, but my question is, all right, so let's say this. In a normal situation, if you saw a bear, right? You know that he's significantly larger than you, he's bigger than you, stronger than you. Would you antagonize that bear?
Well, no.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so, why don't we put the same understanding into the women in our culture to understand that? Because what they're banking on is that you're going to be a gentleman. When they act like that, that's what they're banking on. They're banking on that either the one of these guys is going to not perceive me as a threat and can treat and be a gentleman, even though I'm acting out of character.
Right.
Right? Because in a normal situation, if a normal person would not talk reckless to someone that they know is significantly bigger and stronger and faster than they are. That doesn't make any sense.
They know the repercussions.
So you are obviously gaming on the fact that somebody's going to come to your aid or rescue or even
I think
so what you're saying, they don't have I'm hearing that they don't have no fear. They have no consequences, no fear.
I am saying is they know how the system works a lot better than you think they do.
I think
And
that's
so that's why they are allowed to do what they do, because they can control their emotions with their parents.
Yeah.
You know, most women you see
control
don't talk
at work
to
too.
their mom or at work. So it's not that they can't. It's that they understand
It's stuff that they know that they can get away with.
Possibly.
Yeah.
I do agree. Some women know how to manipulate the system, but I can say that's where Napoleon syndrome come from. With smaller guys, they feel like they got something to prove, so they go after the bigger dudes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that logic, I think it more so say something about not this dude.
No, because if Napoleon get his ass beat, she won't.
But that's what I'm saying. They know how the system works, though. You know what I'm saying? The Napoleon dude is going to be a
beat.
Yeah. He understands that this is turned into a fight.
I will beat
but he still do it though.
I will beat him.
We going to the.
But I can't beat her. That's two different things.
But he has if he does that, he has to accept the possibility of violence. If he does that, he's accepting the possibility of violence. I don't think that they're accepting the possibility
of
that there's going to be a violent reaction.
I agree with that because it's frowned upon.
I don't want to get on the podcast with women.
Because they're going to argue.
It's a man's podcast.
It is. That's one of the reasons why I don't get on podcasts with women. Because they can just, if you say one wrong thing, we have disagreements all the time.
Yeah.
And we have this fine line with communication. This is communication.
Yeah.
I know, not even knowing you, so you saying you don't disagree with something, I can't be like, hey, you a punk, because you know, I might
turn
get punched
these
in the
cameras
face.
out.
Yeah, it's a possibility, and we have to go and fight.
Man, you know that.
But no, if I podcast with a woman, if she just all types of small this and boom and this and all this, and I can't do nothing. There's no boundary.
I can walk away.
There's no boundary.
I can walk away from the situation.
Well, why would I walk into a tiger den and then run away? Well, I don't want to go to the tiger den at all.
Hey man, look, I have no problem walking away from nothing because you know what I'm saying. I think sometimes we just sit there and just let them do it. You know what I'm saying? Just walk away.
This is where
you want to walk away from me.
This is where
I walk away.
If I was random dude, I'll call you all types of.
I'll walk away. I might find you later.
See, you keep walking around.
So what about his day? It comes down to
it's different. Exactly. You know the logic, man. Come on.
This is where
I ain't gonna do it now, but when I see you, nigga,
they know that in your mind, they're banking on your mind.
I agree with that.
That for you to hit them will make you look like less of a person.
Yes.
And so, or that you're gonna be chivalrous or whatever. So that's that means you understand well how the
Yeah.
system works. So
Yeah.
different than
I
when you're in
agree with
school
that.
and these children know how the system works and they play games and whatnot and act like they're stupid. They know
Yeah.
that this is going to get this reaction.
Boom.
You know, and
Boom. So this is where I tell y'all emotional intelligence, because that is all plausible. It's all liable information. So usually when that's happening in a relationship, the guy has, for lack of better words, lost control.
Very
Right?
true.
So when it comes to communication, we have to establish a level of respect. Most of us guys don't realize that we can set boundaries, that we can, like, what we tolerate, what we accept, what we don't accept. You know, like, if there's been many a times where a woman could be belligerent with her man, and then she'll turn to me and bring that same energy. No, I didn't. No, you're not gonna talk to me like
It's
that.
your household, but they don't come out.
If it ain't gonna happen, bro. This is the line I used to hit my wife with. If I wouldn't let my mother talk to me that way, why would I let you?
Yeah.
You know? And the same thing goes for every woman. I wouldn't let my wife do this to me. I wouldn't let my wife talk to me like that. Why should I stand here and stand for it with you? You know? Like, for us guys, let's get past attraction, you know, past sex. When you get past all of these physical entrapments, then you'll have more of a leg to stand on, because your presence is powerful. And when you're able and willing to remove your presence, that female will understand and be more willing to listen. Now that she's willing to listen because she knows how powerful your presence is, now you have more of a say. You have more of the authority. Now you can speak and it's law. It's grounded. Okay? So that's where we have to become more emotionally intelligent and learn more of these things, because once you that's a strong man. You're setting boundaries. I'm not allowing that. When it comes to, like, we always say we love a woman who could support us and boost us. Well, all of us need to be boosted and supported in different ways. I know for a fact, like, sometimes, like, if I get rough and beat myself up, my wife would be like, well, if you feel like that, then stop being a punk. Like, go do something. And it's like, yeah, that's the fuck I needed. Or, like, you know, when she learns me, she learns how to communicate to me. That's something that we have to teach. Everybody communicates differently. Right. So we can't expect any and everybody to just know, including our partners, including the ones that we want to settle down with, whoever we've been around for a while. We can't just expect for them to know that this is how. I
know you rocking, we got to pay these bills.
Yeah,
man. We'll be right back at this this commercial right here, man. We'll be right back.
Yo, what's up, FMF Mob? What's good, yo? Hey, I want to thank y'all for all the subscribers that we got. We clicked over 100 subscribers, but we looking, man, we need more support. So y'all make sure y'all hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Make sure you like the videos and keep showing us support. Y'all take care.
So long story short, build your emotional intelligence, and don't be afraid to speak up, guys. You don't have to accept and tolerate any old type of talk. You teach her and show her how you want this communication, what communication works for you, what support looks like to you, what type of love you need, what makes your household peaceful, because a man stays where he's at peace, okay? So you have to be willing to communicate these things verbally and non-verbally.
Very true, very true. You made a point where doing things to get over the mind of with the sex and all that stuff. Because sex is a powerful weapon against men. It's powerful, very powerful. It's a powerful thing. It's very powerful.
It is.
So I'm all for no fat and abstinence. No fat, stop playing around. Put your meat to girls that you'll never be with. That's my line. I'm going to say it again. You're playing with your meat to girls that you'll never be with. Once that sinks into your mind, I guarantee you'll slow down on your on your porn and all that stuff. Tell me, we already got stories on it. We already talked about it enough times. Stop touching yourself. So, I'm so serious about that, man. You gotta stop. It's getting nasty. It's getting bad out here.
It's nasty.
All right,
Look at yourself in the mirror.
yeah. He never get over that. It's always a line. I have to tell people, whoever do it next time in the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
I guarantee you won't do it again. I guarantee because you'll see yourself
That
like,
would be-
oh my
that'd be
gosh. Exactly. That's why I try to get
Like,
men
I'm
off.
disgusting.
I'm gonna start a campaign for that. Men stop touching themselves. All right.
That's right.
So for real, the happy wife, happy life thing. That's the downside what men do. Sometimes when you get into the relationships, thinking that the communication and her happiness is number one. I take it out communication, but her happiness should be number one in the whole relationship. You're somebody too.
Yep.
You're in line. Old head told me another one. He always give me gems at the barbershop. You are never going to be able to make a woman 100% happy. She has to be happy on her own.
Exactly.
And without that, you still, either way, you cannot make no one
You can't
100%
make
happy.
somebody else happy.
Happy
man.
is an emotion.
And that same way with us fellas too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be happy all the
That's so
time,
nice.
but it's so glorified to think that just because a woman ain't happy, she gotta leave, or you ain't happy, or you ain't happy. That's all I hear in relationships breaking up. She wasn't happy. You're never gonna be 100% happy in a relationship. You're gonna hate them, you're gonna love them, you're gonna like them, and you can't stand them. You're gonna sleep on the couch when you don't like them. I don't even know it's gonna happen. I'm not even married yet. I know it's gonna happen. I ain't gonna stand her one Sunday. She ain't gonna stand me. She may be one day in the morning, maybe 10 years of my marriage. She may be one Monday. I don't want to see your face today. I'd be like, okay, baby, you may not want to see me today.
No,
it's fine, but as long as we leave the house, I'll be like, I'm not leaving. We love each other, but we don't like each other right now. So I rely on her happiness. Because you get to a point where you draw back to what Trey is saying. You have to think that if you don't make them happy with the communication, or you don't not even like what she's doing, and then you'll just do whatever just to keep the sex coming. And you think you gotta stay around because you may not, if you don't do what she says, you may not get no sex. You may not do this, she may not do that. That's when y'all communication is horrible because it should be one-sided. Not you just happy, not just her is happy. But if you're a man, if you want to be the king of your house, don't rely on just her emotions. Bring her emotions, but keep that logic and your purpose up front.
Absolutely.
And keeping that communication all together. Because once you have a purpose on your own when you're single. I'm a single man.
Yeah.
But once it comes to being a marriage, I have a purpose for both of us. So if she's not on both pages with your purpose, and y'all purpose ain't gonna stay together because she going this way, you going the other way. Communication is off, man.
Thank you.
You happy, that makes her happy, and you make her happy. It goes back and forth, back and forth. Some days you ain't gonna be happy, and she is. Some days she gonna be happy, and you not.
This nigga.
You gotta be together with it, man. You can't do one on there.
You gotta check G, man. He got a fever.
Right. He put the shades on. He put the shades on.
See, I
Put
told
the
you.
shades on. The came with the
You
knowledge.
gotta put the glasses on G.
I don't know what happened. It's the glasses,
It's
man.
this
So,
side today.
I'm trying to tell you, man. I've been listening. They making a lot of sense.
Yes.
Well, this is no one talk about. I love to talk about because we don't have families, then we're not gonna win as a culture and as a people. We're not. We just not gonna win if we don't have families. If we don't get this communication together, we're gonna keep on going down and down.
Yes.
Women are down and men are down right now, horribly. We're both really messed up. You're not seeing it because maybe you just I don't know why you're not paying attention to it, but I see it. Our family's getting lower and lower every year. People staying more single and not making kids and rather killing the kids than having them. That's a whole other subject. But they're not even staying together even to make families, and it's tearing up America right now. It really is, especially in our culture, and I don't like it no more. I'm tired of seeing 100 million baby daddies, baby mamas. I'm sick of it. I am. It's rare to see a family all together at the movies or at a restaurant. It's hard to see. All I see is girls' nights and Negro nights. They just all having fun.
And brunch.
Yeah, and brunches and everywhere.
brunch.
Just like I bet you brunches would be almost gone if all of them would be. They be like, they said in the morning, I'm not going. I'm staying home with my husband. They just say
We have brunch at home.
Exactly. I would say they wouldn't have them at all, but there won't be as many. They be at home with their families on Sunday mornings with their families.
I feel you.
So if you love the culture, say the culture and get a family.
Exactly.
We go-
Black power.
We can end on that. End on that. But, so y'all put down in the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all a lot of gems. Y'all came with the knowledge. Thank you guys. I appreciate
Appreciate it,
y'all.
man.
You know what I'm
Again, appreciate
saying?
you coming out, man.
Yes, sir.
It's my brother.
Appreciate y'all.
Haircut.
It's haircut. I told you, right? I'm telling you, we got good vibes over there, north side. I'm trying to tell y'all. But we appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in the next episode.
Peace.